Yeah. What's up, fight fans? It's your motherfucking man, 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is, man. All right, man. Salute to everybody in the motherfucking building. Cruz, what's up, my dude? Salute. Martin Machine, salute. MTV Party Boy, salute. Man, what's good, everybody? How y'all feeling this evening, man? We back at it, man. We back at it. We back on our bullshit real quick, man. Let's get to it. We gonna give a little time, let it populate a little bit. See if anybody else gonna fall up in here. Shout out a couple more people. If not, we just gonna go ahead and start. Well, them fucker, man. We ain't gonna wait for nobody. We just gonna go ahead and just get to the bullshit. You know what I mean? I got a couple things I want to talk about. I got a couple people I want to laugh at. I got a couple people I'm mad at. I got a couple things that I'm real happy about. You know what I mean? I'm optimistic, and then at the same time, I have to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I have to be realistic. Let's see who else done popped in. Let's let this shit populate a little bit. Let's let a couple more motherfuckers pop in. Like I said, I'm optimistic, but I'm realistic, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We don't know when boxing is coming back, man, but hopefully it'll come back sooner than later. All right, man. Chin Smoke, salute. Davey, salute. 1-2 Kids, salute. Kokomo with the boxing flow, salute. Full Check Boxing, salute. George, salute. Good evening to you too, sir. Once again. Toby Bartlett, salute. Bruno Lafore, salute. Charles D, salute. All the constables, salute. Lisa Bell, salute. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link in the chat. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. Oh, I'm fully loaded tonight. I'm ready. I'm ready. Because somebody done made a motherfucking fool out of themselves. Somebody made a fool out of themselves. And there's somebody out there I can't even believe right now. I can't even believe. We got this clown David Lemieux. Talking about he ready to go up to 168 and fight Canelo. Man, sit your ass down. Because I recall last December, your ass looked terrible. You look terrible against a dude who couldn't even punch, against a guy who couldn't even punch. I repeat, you look terrible against a guy who couldn't even fucking punch. And you talking about Canelo, he already whooped your ass. Move on. Give it up. Because two of the champions at 168, I mean, you can't even beat, bro. You can't even beat. I mean, let's be serious here. And Danny Jacobs out here talking about, Danny Jacobs said he rate himself higher than Canelo and Triple G. How does Danny Jacobs rate himself higher than Canelo and Triple G when David Lemieux already got his ass whooped by Triple G. My bad. I got it. I'm all fucked up tonight. I'm been eating edibles anyway. But anyway, how the fuck does Danny Jacobs rate himself higher than Canelo and Triple G? How is that even possible when both of them boys watched you? What is going on with these motherfuckers and this virus right now? This virus has people's brains fucked up. This is Danny Jacobs' brain on drugs. I repeat, this is Danny Jacobs' brain on drugs. You know that little egg you cracked in the frying pan with the little white girl, she cracking it and she's smashing around everything in the kitchen right now? Danny Jacobs is their whole kitchen. Like, that's his brain, that whole kitchen. Fucked all the way up. He ain't even thinking properly right now. To even say that you will rate yourself higher than Canelo and Triple G, you know, the only way that you could probably think like that is behind closed doors when you feeling yourself, when you got this invisible S on your chest, when you standing in your fucking, when you standing in front of your bathroom mirror trying to play Superman, bro. Cut the crap. You could never, I repeat, Never rate yourself high as Canelo and Triple G. It's just not happening. Your stock will never be that high. You know what I'm saying? You do get the bag. I will repeat, you do get the bag, but you can't rate yourself high as them guys, man. You gotta cut the shit, bro. It's just not happening, bro. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I done heard a lot of shit in my day, but that shit right there, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Danny Jacobs talking about he rated himself as high as goddamn Canelo and Triple G. Man, this man smoking all types of new types of fucking gusher flavor crack. He's smoking some gusher flavor crack. The boys on the corner must have just got that shit in, and he just put that shit fresh in his crack pipe and smoked it, because there could never be a day where you can hold Canelo's jock strap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sad enough to say, you might not even be able to hold Triple G's jock strap, because the way he beat your whole head in, and the big drama show make more money, more bread than you, bro. Like, I mean, because if I don't recall, you a DAZN guy. They're DAZN guys. They make more money than you. They make more money than you. Stop it. So financially, you ain't above them. And I mean, when it comes to throwing hands, you're not above them, because they beating the fuck out you on both departments, bro. So congratulations. You all the way played yourself. You all the way played yourself. You all the way played yourself. You ain't getting more bread than Canelo. You ain't getting more bread than Triple G. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You got knocked off by Canelo. You got knocked off by Triple G. You just went out that joint, you know what I mean? Got you a nice little check and just got beat up, dog. Just got beat up. You talking about you rate yourself above these dudes, man. Like, man, we gotta be realistic, man. Like, when did it become okay to be delirious in boxing? One second. Somebody at my door. All right, so back to crushing his ass. Back to crushing his ass, man. At the end of the day, man, we're not gonna play no games with these dudes in this virus, man. I don't care if they talking crazy out here. I'm gonna run through them every day. I'm gonna run through these dudes like bad food all of the time. We're not gonna let these dudes get by with sitting here making these crazy ass damn near, if this was court, they making some felonious statements right now. We're not gonna sit here and let these dudes make these wild ass statements, man, because they just sound nuts, man. They sound all the way nutty bars, man. They sound Lil Debbie's nutty bars out here right now. So, you know, I'm hearing a lot of rumblings with everybody talking about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and them trying to fight, and, you know, with the virus and everything going on, acting like they're going to get this fight over in England and everything. Yeah, that sounds real good. That sounds real good. But do you think somebody in the chat, let me know, because I don't forgot what his name, the bald head dude off the Simpsons. The bald head dude that got all the money off the Simpsons. What's his name? Montgomery Burns. Never mind. I don't need nobody to tell me. The dude Montgomery Burns. Does anybody believe that these dudes gonna let this man step to the side so them boys can fight? Because I don't believe it's gonna happen. Like, Deontay Wilder already then came out, and Shelly Finkel already then came out and said that they looking forward to the trilogy fight. So even if they was able to go out here and box or whatever, and I know they said they trying to stage the fight, they looking at MTK over there, looking at Saudi Arabia, and I believe they talking about Emirates or something like that. Even if they wanted to stage the fight right now, they still looking at the fight like it would still be more lucrative if they could have a fight in front of live fans or whatever. So if they have to look at the fight after them having the fight or whatever, that would probably be the best. So I mean, you know, we can look at it like a little glimmer of hope or a little light at the end of the fucking tunnel, man. But that's all it's going to be. That's absolutely all it's going to be. I really don't see nothing coming out of it, you know. But I'm just saying though. But the type of money these dudes, but this what I will say though. The type of money that these dudes will pay over in Saudi Arabia, I'm talking about that old oil money, that royal money. These dudes do have a type of bag that they might entice Deontay Wilder and Shelly Finkel and them to step aside, because that dummy might not see it. But it would be more beneficial for him to step aside, take the money, let them boys go ahead and fight, have something put in the play to where he can get the winner, than to go ahead and stage a trilogy and just get washed right now. But I'm just saying, this is the PBC we're talking about here. So there's no telling what'll take place. But them Saudis do got real deep pockets. And we already know money walks. Bullshit runs a marathon. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, look at it like this. Just look at it like this, man. We just, you know, it's good conversation right now. It's good COVID-19 conversation. That's how I would have to look at it. It's great COVID-19 conversation. It's great conversation right now that we can have. You switch it up a little bit. You can talk about, you know what I'm saying? You can start doing your little tail of the tape, start getting all excited about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Who you feel as though is going to win? What do you feel as though Tyson Fury would have to do? What do you feel as though Anthony Joshua would have to do? Because now that I'm starting to size it up, now that I'm really looking at it, man, it's 100% a 50-50 fight, man. But that's going to be, I just don't know, man. I just don't know who will win that fight for real, man. Like, I'm still leaning towards Anthony Joshua, man, but at the same time, man, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know who will win that fight, man. You said turn on my super chat. I don't even know how to do that shit, man. I don't know how to turn on my super chat, bro. But yeah, I don't really know who will win that fight, man, because I'm looking at Tyson Fury at 273. Man, what if he go try to push up on Anthony Joshua like he tries to push up on Deontay Wilder? I'm not saying Anthony Joshua is Deontay Wilder by no means, because he is not that. Oh yeah, by the way, man, Boxing Logic United, salute, man. Salute, my brother. Yeah, I'm not saying by no means Anthony Joshua is Deontay Wilder. I'm just saying at 273, you know, that changes a little bit. That changes things a little bit. I mean, who's the biggest? I mean, Anthony Joshua ain't never fought nobody that's 6'9" before. He's never fought nobody that's 6'9" before. What Tyson Fury got? What? He got the reach. He got the height. Man, that's one of them joints, man. I just gotta see, bro. I just gotta see. I can't wait to see it. I just can't wait to see it. But as far as Deontay Wilder, don't look forward to them stepping inside unless somebody throw an astronomical bag at it. Like it's really worth that much money for them guys to go do it. And I mean, really, realistically, as a fan, would you want to see the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world being fought in the middle of the desert and there's nobody able to fucking be present to watch it? Nobody there to cheer for him. Nobody there to be at the spectacle. It's gonna sound dead as shit. All you gonna hear is desert fucking winds in the background. Like it's not gonna work out. You're not gonna have no. I mean, really, nah. Yeah. I mean, that shit just ain't gonna work out, man. I don't see it working out. So at the end of the day, look, we packed in, bro. We packed in. We packed in. Boxing is what it is right now. Boxing is fight hype. Boxing is seconds out. Boxing is Eddie Hearn and it's Instagram live scheduled from fucking 12 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 8 o'clock at night. That's boxing. That's boxing. And that's all boxing is going to be. I mean, realistically, who's going to set up one of these matches and really going to try to take the fall if something go wrong, somebody gets sick or something like that, because it's bigger than just a couple of people trying to get a check. It's always going to be bigger than that. So, while everybody trying to be, opportunists, while people trying to stage certain fights, while people trying to, trying to get the step aside, people to step aside and get Kubrat Pulev and Deontay Wilder to step aside, we got to be realistic that, while this whole pandemic is going on, man, ain't nothing going to shake. If I'm not hearing nothing about the NFL, if I'm not hearing nothing about the NBA, I'm not going to continue to hear anything about any major boxing event, especially a major heavyweight boxing event for that matter. I'm definitely not going to hear nothing about that. So, fight hype, seconds out, and behind the gloves, all of that shit, that's what you're gonna get, bro. That's what you're gonna get. And a whole bunch of your favorite fights in rerun. Because I don't see shit changing right now. I mean, people keep talking about 2021, that's about more realistic. That's about more realistic. I hate to burst people's bubble, but I mean, you might have to set your sight on that, because I don't see Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fighting in no damn desert. And no matter what MTK is doing over in Saudi, or them trying to make the damn match in Qatar, like as a person from the United Kingdom, or as an Irish traveler, or as an Irishman, as a Scottishman, whatever, or as a Tyson Fury fan, or as a English Anthony Joshua fan, or an African Anthony Joshua fan, whatever, Jamaican, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Who wants to see them boys get busy in the middle of the damn desert for an obscene amount of money? I don't want to see that shit, man. I don't want to see that shit. Like, you can slice it up any way you want, man. I don't care how much money people can make. Like, yeah, even if them dudes step aside, that shit might sound real good, but I don't want to see no match. I don't want to see Tyson Fury, and I don't want to see Anthony Joshua fight in the middle of the desert. And if anybody else want to see it, man, that shit kind of crazy, man. I mean, if I don't have no choice, I'm no different than you guys. I'm a consumer just like y'all. But I mean, as a consumer, I really don't want to see that. I mean, I would rather see them fighting fucking in the UK. I mean, shit, they just put up that fancy ass stadium that Pulev and Joshua was about to fight at. Or, you could do it big at a different stadium in the UK. I mean, shit. I mean, you got plenty of options. I mean, shit, you could do it in America. I mean, shit, Fury already making it this home there. I mean, UK fans, they already come to a flying over. I'm just saying, there are plenty of other options. I'm sure that the UK fans would be much happier with the fight being in America than over in Saudi Arabia. Let's be serious here. Everybody was draped up, and I'm not saying there's nothing against their religion. This is no knock against their religion. Their religion is what their religion is. That's cool. That's them. You know what I mean? But I mean, shit, man. When you see Kugan Cassius dressing up in what's them damn things called, man? What's them damn things called, man, that they be wearing, that they wear to block the heat and shit over in the middle of the East. But when you see Kugan Cassius ugly ass wearing that shit during an Anthony Joshua match, bro, and everybody got to go eat meat and eat goat, and can't nobody drink no alcohol, no liquor and shit like that. I'm not trying to watch Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fight like that, man. I'm trying to drink, man. I'm trying to drink. Even if I'm not there, shit, I'm speaking for the motherfuckers that is trying to drink at the fight. I'm speaking for the people that are trying to get rowdy at the fight. I'm speaking for those people that like to use profane language, being that I am a master of the profane arts. I mean, I really am. Shit. So if I'm speaking for all of those people that like to cuss, I'm speaking for all of those sport fans that like to get rowdy, you know what I mean? That like to get a little bit of beer splashed on them, you know what I'm saying? That likes to have a little stout, that likes to have a little lager, that likes to have a little, you know what I'm saying, a little Boston lager, whatever fuck you drinking, you know what I'm saying, Corona. For all of them dudes, for all of the ones that like to turn up at they sporting events, this bud is for you. I repeat, this bud is for you. I'm doing this shit for y'all. I'm turning up for y'all, and I'm letting you know, Eddie Hearn, old ass Bob Arum, as much as that fool like to drink, I done caught him on camera drinking. As a matter of fact, I just remixed that shit about 2 months ago. I'm letting you know right now, bro, we ain't having it, man. We ain't having it. You got to put that shit in the UK. You got to put it in the United States. Put it somewhere. And I'm speaking for the United States second, bro. I'm always rooting for the UK. And them guys getting, you know what I'm saying, 2 guys from where they from fighting in their home country, man. I don't feel as though them dudes should be robbed of that. Never should they be robbed of something like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying this, bro. You're not going to drag us over to fucking Saudi Arabia again. You're not going to sit us in the desert, man. You knew that shit was a bad omen when it rained in the desert, bro. When it rained in Saudi Arabia, you knew Anthony Joshua and you knew Andy Ruiz, fat, husky, Disney character looking ass ain't have no business. They ain't have no business being over in Saudi Arabia. So it ain't got to start now. It's not going to start now. It's not going to start now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like just can that shit, man. Just can it. I don't want to see it. I don't think, I know, I hope y'all don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like, I'm going to do anything to try to body bag that whole shit, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, money talks, man. Money talks. I'm just a guy on the sideline, man. I can only, you know, throw my little 2 cents in there. But God damn it, it's gonna be the best damn 2 cents I ever threw in my life. I promise you that. I promise you that. We not gonna let this shit happen. What you mean, James Jameson, 2 hands with love of football? You talking about soccer? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll be turned up with y'all at the soccer games, man. I heard them boys be getting live. They fighting, they throwing punches, people getting knocked out. They don't even care. They still partying, getting rowdy, man. Nobody's moving until the game's over. But everybody's getting hammered drunk. Shit, you getting drunk before you get there. That's the type of life I live for American football. I'm tailgating. I'm showing up drunk. I'm acting a fool. I'm going to be drunk. Everything I feel like you should do in life that doesn't require you to have to be cordial. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, necessarily, like, outside of, like, church or something like that in most cases. I feel like you should be drunk for that shit. I feel like it make your experiences that much better. Like, I'm not saying, like, on no alcoholic shit, but I'm just saying, family events, drinking makes it better. You know what I mean? Like, fucking football games, basketball games, drinking makes it better. Any type of entertainment. Man, you gotta have drinking to go along with that shit. Like, alcohol is a proper sidekick to any sporting event. Like, that's that. That's that. Like, that's all the way facts. Alcohol is a proper sidekick for all sporting events. For all sporting events. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I done drank about it the last 4 at the last 4 funerals I done went to. I done had some drinks at the funeral. You wanna know why? Because it was necessary. I had to do that shit. I wasn't gonna hold myself together. But at the end of the day, this ain't even about all of that. This is about the biggest boxing event, and I don't know how many goddamn years, and the fact that these dudes are comfortable and cozy and ESPN and putting this shit out, and I don't know how many major fucking sporting outlets trying to have the whole world comfortable with the rest of us watching this shit in the deserts of Qatar. Watching this shit in Qatar, watching it in Qatar, having the fans fly over again, not be able to drink, not able to do a goddamn thing. I'll be damned. You're not going to do it. You're not going to shoot me in the leg like that again. You're not going to shoot us in the leg like that again. Look, you done shot us in the foot once with Anthony Joshua. Look, Anthony, and look, I fully backed Anthony Joshua, and y'all know I did. For all of them, for all of those that's been a part of the channel since Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz too, bro. I fully backed that dude. I fully backed that dude, and whatever his decision was, wherever he wanted to fight Andy Ruiz, whatever, because that was his right in the contract to have the rematch clause to want to fight wherever. I fully backed him. I fully backed him in whatever decision he was going to make in having that fight. And even when I heard Saudi Arabia, no matter how crazy that shit sounds, or no matter how next level nutty I thought that shit was, I still supported him in that decision. But this time, oh, hell no. Hell no. You're not going to do me like that. You're not going to do me like that. I'm not with it. I'm going to riot. I'm going to act a damn fool about it. I'm not with it. I do not support it. Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Barry Hearn, I don't care. Investors, I tell you all of y'all can go to hell on that shit. I don't support it. I'm not for it. I'm not rocking with it. No, we've got to change that conversation. We got to change that conversation. Snatch that shit up out the newspaper right now. I don't want to read it no more. That shit don't give me high hopes about seeing no undisputed match. Fuck all that. That shit lets me know. You want to know what that shit's going to be? It's going to be a catastrophe. Man, this is not going to be no Thriller Manila. Bro, it's not going to be none of that. It's not going to be one of them events, bro, that's going to go down in history that everybody going to appreciate, my dude. Bruh, you got to understand what a fucking boxing match is like. I got to experience. And what I'm saying by this, y'all, is because myself, just like you guys, I got to experience what a boxing event was like in Saudi. Hold on, man. Moment of silence for that shit. Anyway, I got to experience what a boxing event was like in Saudi. And that shit was one of the most depressing things. It was one of the most depressing things I've ever had to deal with in my life. And my God, man, my God, even though I wanted to see Anthony Joshua get his title back, I'm telling you, I was a pessimistic motherfucker that evening, bro. It wasn't nobody really, man, you could tell people were uncomfortable to cheer, bro. People were uncomfortable to cheer. I am pretty sure that 60% of the people that were in the crowd, especially the women, I'm sure they probably didn't even feel comfortable letting their gas go. They didn't feel comfortable farting in them stands. Think they would have thought something would have happened to them. They would have got snatched up, sent to jail for something. Motherfuckers didn't even want to talk, couldn't even cuss. You couldn't do nothing. It was quiet. You could have heard a pin drop in there. No, I'm not going for it. Change the conversation. Move on. We gotta be real about this. Man, we ain't gonna look, we cannot let this shit happen, bro. And I don't know why I keep saying we, like I have some type of power that I could just wave a fucking magic wand like I'm fucking Gandalf or some shit in Lord of the Rings, and I could just change these motherfuckers' idea on the venue. Nah, I can't do that. But if I could, I would, because that shit is depressing, man. That shit is depressing. It'll go down. It'll literally go down as the heavyweight spectacle that just didn't have the type of energy. It didn't have that type of vibe, bro. Cause like for real, like heavyweight mega fights already give you a vibe, man. And a lot of that shit is from the cadence that the crowd brings. So if you can't have a certain level of energy, if you can't have like that floor, kind of like that floor, you know, that where the motherfuckers going so crazy, you can feel the fucking floor moving up underneath of you. If you can't have that type of feeling when you there, man, shit, who the fuck want to be there? That shit don't feel like no mega fight. That don't feel like no mega fight. That feels like a Charlo versus a Brandon Adams event. That feels like a Caleb Plant versus a Feigen Boots. I'm just saying. Do y'all want a Caleb Plant versus a Feigen Boots? I don't want to fight in boots. So we're gonna do whatever we gotta do to do away with that shit. So I'm gonna make sure I touch on that, that a lot, bro. We gotta get to a point, man, that we gotta say at some point, man, at some point we have to disregard the money on some things. I'm not saying disregard the money like, yo, everybody shouldn't get paid. I want to see all of the boys eat. They gonna eat regardless. We know that. They gonna get money. But I'm just saying, bro, you can't compromise. You can't compromise the vibe. You can't compromise the cadence. You can't compromise, you know what I mean, the feeling of the fans. You can't compromise history by doing a mega fight in Saudi. I guess that's probably why I wouldn't really gripe about Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua like that. Like, Anthony Joshua, he's the perfect kind of guy. He's the perfect kind of guy to where you can have an Andy Ruiz and fight in Saudi Arabia, and it really ain't gonna make people mad, if you get what I'm saying. He one of them dudes, like, everybody love his kind of presence. He don't bring that type of energy that Tyson Fury brings. Tyson Fury brings that he brings he brings out that type of alcoholic kind of energy in the fans. He brings out that wild, crazy, charismatic type of energy. He brings out those people that want to act the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily tear anything up by no means, but I mean, they just want to live. They want to live at the fight. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So for Anthony Joshua to fight Andy Ruiz over there, he going to do numbers. He's successful. That's what he do. So that he's the perfect guy to break that in. You know what I mean? And like another guy that will be perfect to send over there, you could send a Manny Pacquiao versus a Mikey Garcia over there. That's another thing that you could send over there. Who would care about that? I mean, people would watch it, and you don't necessarily have to worry about a certain type of energy. But for Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury going at it, you got Anthony Joshua, who's, if you were looking at this from both sides, you know, Anthony Joshua is going to always be the conservative one. He's not going to give you that extra. Tyson Fury going to try to do everything to bring it up out of him. I'm talking about it when it comes to the mental warfare, when it comes to that side of it. Leading up to the fight, the press conference, the face-offs and all of that, man, you cannot have them joints quiet like you did when Andrew Ruiz was there with a bunch of, with a bunch of Middle Eastern folks standing around, you know what I'm saying, quiet as shit, just happy as hell to be there, man, while those that are a part of the fight feel uncomfortable and shit because they don't know how to act, so they gotta act extra reserved. Now, when Anthony Joshua, he gotta act a certain level of uncomfortable. You know what I mean? You know it's weird then. You know it's mad tight. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. For this type of personality, for Tyson Fury's type of personality, man, Saudi Arabia is not gonna cut it. We're gonna get sold short on a lot of shit, bro. We're going to get so short on a lot of shit. And if you're doing a mega fight in Saudi Arabia and you already calling that, you're going to have to do a world press tour for Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. Let's be serious here. You're going to have to do a world press tour. And when you go around the world, bro, I promise you, people are not going to be happy. Not going to be happy with that decision. I'm not. I'm not, bro. I'm not. You're going to fuck up the vibe. You're going to fuck up the vibe of heavyweight boxing with this one. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Eddie, don't do it. Bob, don't do it. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell it. You cannot sell the fans short of Tyson Fury personality, bro. And I want to see how Anthony Joshua can really handle that shit. I want to see how Anthony Joshua can handle that shit. Because, come fight week, you already know they already at their most aggressive. But prior to that, while you building up and you're getting to all of that, while they're trying to get to all of that, it's going to be a lot of buttons this push. And I mean, Anthony Joshua going to try to play it cool, but I know Tyson, that motherfucker can push a lot. He can push the strongest individuals' buttons. I want to see if Anthony Joshua buttons can be pushed. I want to see if both individuals. I want to see both individuals tested fully in every aspect of the art of war. I want to see him tested. I want to see him tested, and I ain't gonna be satisfied. And if the fight is in Saudi Arabia, you're not gonna see him tested in every aspect of this battle, man. You're not gonna see that because you're not gonna get to really see what it feels like to have. You're not gonna get to feel all of the pressure. You're not gonna feel all of the pressure. You're not, and that's gonna make that shit kind of like to where both fighters could come in. Just come in as they are. Who does that? Who does that? You expect a fighter to come in as they are on fight night, of course. You expect a fighter to come in as they self, but I mean, what fights do you see at this magnitude to where you ain't trying to see nobody buttons fucking push? Especially when you know somebody that's what they good at and they known to do it. I mean, shit. Big Baby Miller, what he did, that was some preschool stuff. That was preschool stuff. Tyson Fury ain't gonna move with them type of antics. Tyson Fury gonna come with some real. He gonna sling some real shots, some devastating shots, man. 44 Magnum handles. He's gonna come with it. He's gonna come with them shots, bro. I want to see what them adjustments is like, bro. Cause Big Baby Miller, I know Anthony Joshua wanted to, I know he wanted to break his jaw, but that was just some light shit, man. He just kept antagonizing him, man. That's little preschool shit. And when he put his hands on him, I think that's probably what did it. But Tyson Fury ain't gonna go. Tyson Fury isn't going to do the whole little kitty shit. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't going to be no kitty shit involved. It's going to be well thought out. I like to know what drive people, man. Forgive me, you know what I mean? I don't know if other people think like that, but I like to know what makes people tick. And that's the beauty about boxing. Like, that's just the one sport where you really, like, if you're a champion, especially a heavyweight champion of the world, you gotta be a mentally tough motherfucker. You gotta have that type of fortitude. Like, you gotta be really mentally tough to be able to deal with face-offs, to be able to deal with them press runs, to have cameras in your face 24/7. You gotta be able to deal with all of the shit that come with it. All of the mind games leading up to the fight week, the press conference. You gotta deal with a lot of stuff. You gotta be real tough. So I like to see what people are made of, man. I like to see what our so-called champions are because I mean, these are the guys that right now are trying to restore the feeling for us. And we really don't know. That's the beauty about it, because there's a question mark right now. We don't know. We really don't know who will win. We might feel like it. We might feel like we know. We might have our so-called favorites, I should say, but we don't know who's gonna win. That's the beauty of it. Shit, we just don't know. We just don't know, man. I'm telling you. If there's a situation to where we can talk step asides, bro, at the end of the day, man, I just want y'all to know that this fight's big enough, man. I mean, shit, even Ray Charles can see this. This fight's big enough to where you can still talk step asides and where people get like Kubrat Pulev and Deontay Wilder and shit. Fucking Montgomery Burns, old fuck ass. Shelly Finkel standing behind him. His old fuck boy ass. Where they all can get paid. JD's. That cockeyed fucking dodgy bastard. They all can get paid. And it don't have and it doesn't have anything to do with no fucking desert in no middle of no motherfucking Saudi Arabia, no goddamn Qatar, no goddamn what was it called? Rita. what was it called? Where Anthony Joshua was fighting that Rita? You know what I'm trying to say. I ain't gonna call it diarrhea. I know y'all motherfuckers thought I was gonna call that shit diarrhea. Nah, I'm not gonna do them people like that. I ain't gonna do them like that. I ain't fucked up like that. I'm fucked up, but I ain't fucked up like that. But nah, man. Don't pimp me. Don't pimp me pimping. I don't want no parts of it. Look, like I said, it's enough. It's enough cash. It's enough chicken. It's enough corn. It's enough fettuccine with a little bit of Alfredo. It's enough of that shit to go around for everybody to get fat. And for all you gluttons that play the background, that's really trying to eat off this shit with your KFC greasy fucking fingers. It's enough for y'all to eat too. It's enough for y'all motherfuckers to eat to where shit. Y'all gonna get up from the table and y'all can leave some. And it still don't have nothing to do with no goddamn Rita, no Qatar, no Saudi Arabia. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. You can't even do a press conference with curse words. Could you believe that? Could y'all believe that? You can't do a press conference with a goddamn curse word. I initially started this to talk about Anthony Joshua, Pulev, Wilder, Stinkle Finkel, Shelly Tinkle, all of that shit. Talk about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and them going against each other and how that shit was going to look. And I mean, I kind of did. But then it ended up getting on this, and this kind of struck a nerve with me. So I figured I'm just going to stay here. I ain't fucking with it. I think that's something that because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That shit wasn't never made clear to me really, there wasn't much made clear when it came to Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua when those guys fighting, other than they were talking behind the background and stuff like that, and both sides really wanted it. Okay. This wasn't made clear to me. And now that it is, I don't want anything to do with it. Look, man. Look. You can really fuck some shit up with this. All for a paycheck. I don't think motherfuckers really going. Look, this is for the UK. Them motherfuckers fighting in Qatar, if they fighting in Rita, if they fighting anywhere in the desert, somewhere in the Middle East, some shit like that, I hope y'all motherfuckers ain't waiting for these motherfuckers when they get off the plane for the champion. And shit. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Cause like, you can't shaft heavyweight boxing like this. You can't shaft the fans like that. Like, look, like I said, this was never made aware to me. It was never made aware to me that y'all were gonna take this fight and throw it over in Saudi Arabia. Like I said, that's acceptable for fucking Manny Pacquiao. It's acceptable for Anthony Joshua once again fighting an Andy Ruiz. It's not acceptable for a Tyson Fury. It ain't acceptable for a Big John Fury. Look, okay, the fight wasn't good. Look, man, look. There are certain elements as hardcore boxing fans that I want to see happen in this event. I want to see Big John Fury going to fuck off. Clearly, Shane, shit, Peter, Huey, Tommy, somebody, Tommy, he gonna show up with some sexy ass, I ain't even gonna go there. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to see motherfuckers draped in all black, dressed like goddamn teenage mutant ninja turtles, man. dressed like goddamn Ninja Gaiden and shit. Sega Dreamcast characters. I don't want to see that shit. Because that's what that shit was when Anthony Joshua was there. It looked like, well, I don't know what the, look, man. They had odd little banquets and shit. You had to be quiet and little prayers and shit like that. Like, of course you have an itinerary and there are things that you have to do when you're going along the way, but I mean shit. The type of things that they had Anthony Joshua doing, the type of things that they had fucking Andrew Weeze doing, it would make a righteous man want to drink. I'm telling you. It would make a righteous man want to drink. So the idea for you to just try to say that, oh yeah, I got my guy over at MTK because Frank and Eddie, they got bad blood, so we have an MTK deal with this specifically. So, I got my guy over in MTK. He's over in Saudi Arabia talking to the Saudi Arabia promoters right now, trying to get things figured out, what we can do. And, right now, both camps just need to focus on their guy, their contracts. Because we already know that it's set in stone that they're in contract with Kubrat Pulev. Took 2 months, but it's done. That's one of Kubrat Pulev's issues, but he said he's optimistic and he's open to listen. Tyson Fury, we know what he's dealing with. Skinny! Fuck, man. But regardless, bro, y'all didn't tell me y'all fucking had some little MTK fucking crony smooth sneak out the back door on me. The MTK fucking guy, he snuck out the back door on 2 hands. I couldn't catch him. He slipped through my fingers. I fucking wake up and finding about him in the newspaper. He's over in Saudi Arabia. He's trying to fucking cut a deal, whether it's going to be no fans or we're going to wait until we don't know when we can have fans. But regardless, they still trying to make it in the goddamn sand. I didn't know they was going to do that to me. So yeah, that little bit of information slipped right through 2 hands' fingers. This is not a pleasantry. Like, I mean, I'm all happy for a fight. I have to be accepting of many things, but we ain't accepting this thing. I gotta beat that shit. I gotta beat the fucking horse a little bit. I gotta beat it just a little bit because it's okay. It's okay to kick in the door for something. Fuck, man. Don't do this to us. This is a fucking foul move. It's a foul fucking move. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. I would have to call it a foul move. I would have to call it one of those things that I'm not necessarily particularly I'm not going to be high on, bro. And the more and more that they talk about information like this, I'm going, my skin is really going fucking boil, man. It's just going to make me break out in hives of irritation, bro. Like, seriously. To get boxing back on the map, there are certain things that's got to be done, bro. And it's all on what these motherfuckers really do with this fight, bro. And you can fuck it up real easy. And yeah, y'all motherfuckers might think I sound crazy by saying that you could fuck up a fight like this. Yeah, because it's that big, bro. But how many other motherfucking fights like this we've seen already get fucked up? Or we done watch people just fuck them shits all the way up. We'll get their ass beat. We'll get their ass whooped. Right. We've seen a few. So this fight could. It's a lot. It's a lot of egos involved, man. It's a real touchy thing. First of all, you got the craziest old man in boxing. You got his ass at the top of the stairs. Then we got Kermit the Sloth over there and fucking Frank Warren. Then we got fucking money grubbing Eddie Hearn. He'll make a fight, but he love a dollar. Man, Saudi Arabia. Y'all prepared for that? Y'all ready for that? Links in the chat. I thought I put it in there earlier. I guess I didn't press the button. My bad. Yeah. But I just say I'm just gonna stay with my red pill and just know that shit. Just hope shit ain't gonna happen.
What up, Two Hands?
What up, bruh? What the fuck? I
it's
got milk.
Red Glove. It's Red Glove, man. Hey, I got a quick question for you, not related, and then we'll get back on topic. But you just piqued my curiosity from something I saw on Twitter. You're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan?
Yeah.
Oh, I live right by the stadium, bro.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I saw that post
Yeah,
that you put about. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. My brother stay in Jacksonville, so we already talking about trying to make it to like at least like fucking 3 or 4 games this year.
Oh, that's what's up. Like, if you get with me, maybe y'all could even park at my house. That way you don't have to pay for parking.
Oh hell yeah, that's a bet.
So just let me know.
Look at that. Yeah, we can work all that shit out for sure.
But yeah, cause I'm within walking distance. I'm like
Nice.
I'm probably about 5 blocks away, something like that. So you park there as long as you're willing to walk a couple blocks. You save yourself some money. But yeah, this whole I agree. Like I think the fight should be in the UK. First off, it will be historical because I don't believe the UK has ever had a heavyweight undisputed fight. Where the undisputed is being created. I don't think that's ever happened in the UK. I could be wrong. If I am, I'm sure Mark's gonna correct me. But I mean, they're both from the UK and everything. The only thing is, right now, if I'm not mistaken, Tyson Fury does not have a boxing license with the British Board of Control. So, I mean, I don't think it's a possibility unless they get that rectified.
Right. I mean, shit. It would have to be in the U.S. In my opinion, if that's the case.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the other thing.
US anyway. I was thinking like Las Vegas, MSG, but I'm like, come on, bro. Saudi Arabia, like, man, come on, man, let that shit go.
Yeah. Well, I hear you because, like, just because it's very strict, it being a Muslim country versus a Christian country is night and day because they're so much more strict with the laws and everything, So it's, I definitely understand that, like you gotta, like right now everybody's wearing masks because of the COVID, but over there women been wearing masks for centuries because of religion,
Mm-hmm.
Not mask, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They got to cover their face.
Oh, they be kick they kick their women in the mouth. They do shit like that.
So I definitely hear what you're saying. We'll see what happens. I mean, I wouldn't mind it being over here in the States. I would love for it to happen in the UK just because they're both UK boxers. But like I said, that's a very big bump in the road with the license, and that's largely in part because of this whole thing with that farmer. At
Bro,
least to my understanding.
like it was funny as shit, right? Because when Anthony Joshua was fighting over there, you could tell that all of them dudes, they was acting on their best behavior around their women around them, like because they knew that they cultures, because they knew everybody culture was different than theirs. So it was like you could tell they wanted it was just, you could just tell it was real fake. It just felt real awkward, man. Like I didn't like it, bro. It just felt real uncomfortable. Like you knew the women was like real low key uncomfortable over there.
Yo, what up?
What up?
I'm just chilling. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now, and you guys might not get it. I'm gonna tell you this: that fight will not take place in the US. It will not. Eddie Hearn will be the main promoter of it. It'll either be in the UK or the UAE. It'll be in one of the two. I'll just give you the main reason why. Eddie Hearn ain't gonna put that in on Vegas at 5 a.m. for the UK audience. That would be a bigger sin than putting it in the desert. Because at least if it's in the desert, they can watch it at 9 p.m.
That you make a good point there. It'll just be a big inconvenience because of the how strict they are over there. But yeah, I hear you because in the big picture, I would imagine there'll be more people watching it from home in the UK than there will be in a stadium or a venue or anything over there in the desert.
Bro, you can get 2.5 million UK pay-per-view boys for that fight. That fight's historic. First of all, it would mark the first ever 4-belt undisputed heavyweight champion. It would mark the first ever unification for undisputed between two British heavyweights. So, I mean, and the fact of it is like it's two very big names. It'd be the biggest fight in British boxing history.
Everybody gonna pay for it. Everybody gonna pay for it, but motherfuckers ain't gonna be happy about it.
No, they won't be.
Whatever, but like, I mean, like that's why I said, bro. I said Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. That was the perfect heavyweight to do something like that in Saudi Arabia. Kick the door in for all of that shit. But for like a Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, undisputed heavyweight title match, oh my God, that's gonna be it's gonna be the most watered down event. Like it's gonna be but hey, that's I have no control over it. But like I said, I ain't gonna fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. I think it's gonna be a disaster.
Look, I don't like it as much as you. Like I can go to it in the UK. I would rather cover the fucking fight. You know what I mean? I'd rather be able to go and cover the damn thing. But if they put it in Saudi Arabia, I kind of understand. And the only reason I understand, and it's very simple, is Fury doesn't have a UK license. Joshua ain't going to America. Last time he did, he got fucked up by a fucking fat boy.
Yeah, it does have its fucking the UK thing is out of the question with the Tyson shit, but
the US now is out of the question because there's a UK-US travel ban. That's the only reason why they're negotiating this fight.
Well, I mean, realistically, what I was saying though too, but shit, Shelly Finkel and them already said they ain't gonna step to the side anyway. And then too, what they were saying in the ESPN article is that they're not sure if they want to do it in front of no fans. They're not saying they're saying they might want to wait for an audience. They just saying they're just going to weigh out their options. But I don't know. If it's in fucking Saudi Arabia, fucking good. I'll watch that shit. I'll watch that shit on YouTube the next day.
I understand that. They want to fight with the fans in front of them.
I want that fight in the UK. It's where that fight belongs. Because let's be real, other fans have come along onto all of the other fighters throughout the years, yeah? The UK fans built those two, man.
Absolutely.
It should be given back to them.
Yeah, I agree. That's the main thing. You know, and it's unfortunate that what happened, or you know, with the old dude and the fucking so-called boar meat. That is what it is. But like,
put it in Ireland.
Hmm?
Put it in Ireland. We have an 82,000 seat stadium where you can get 100,000 people into it. Croke Park. Put it in there.
There you go.
That's easy. Like, there's no travel ban. You don't need a passport to enter Ireland from England if you go by boat. I mean, do it.
That's more like it. I agree with that. Like, my thing is just like, if you could salvage it in any way, shape, or form other than doing it in Saudi Arabia because it's just fucking buku loads of money, dude. That fight anywhere is buku loads of money, man. Doesn't have to be done in Saudi, like, bro. Like, that is a fucking buzzkill.
Yeah,
I can't say it enough. Like, just hearing that, just reading that today just made me just like, and then when I started talking about it tonight, I really didn't think about how much it really bothered me until I said it and had to say it again. That shit, that's an irritant.
So what's I'm listening, I'm hearing, I was really trying to catch on. What was said, or what exactly was said? What was going on?
Well, it's just right now, it's just talks of guys trying to get the guys step aside and having the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
But then they were talking about the MTK representative is over in Saudi Arabia. Or Frank Warren, because you know the whole Eddie Hearn Frank Warren beef. They're talking to the Saudi promoters about what they can do about having the fight over in Saudi Arabia. Well, they're saying they don't know if they want to do it in front of no fans or not, because you know it is a very lucrative event. They will be losing out on a lot of money without fans. So they were trying to say they're considering both offers, having it, trying to say waiting out next year and having it in front of fans. But my whole thing is, you really don't know if it's going to be next year or whatever, because we don't know when sports is going to start back up again. We all want to be hopeful and say, hey, you know, by fall we'll be getting right back to it. We realistically don't know. So
they better go ahead and make them millions. They better go ahead and make that money while they got the chance. Because I think that fight is massive, even if it's not crowd there. I mean, I know they lose a lot of money on gates and shit. Don't get me wrong.
I don't care. Listen, I don't care about money on gates.
I mean, I don't either. We don't, but they do. That's holding the fight up, bro. I mean,
I get the whole point of the fight. I get it. I've waited 20 years to see Undisputed, a heavyweight. 21 years this November.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be 21 years since two champions unified. I don't know how I feel about finally being able to witness that, because I didn't get to witness that live. I was only 6. I didn't get to witness that live. I don't know how I feel about doing it. And then when the person wins, I hear nothing in the background. I don't hear in the new Undisputed, and you hear the screams or the boos. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel thinking about going back in history of the silent Undisputed champion. It makes me feel sick, to be honest.
They can create crowd.
That is beyond a sickening feeling, because to be perfectly honest, bro, okay, I'm just gonna compare it to this, right? And I have no love for this shit. I don't watch this shit anymore. I haven't watched it since a kid. But just for some reason it just piqued my interest and it intrigued me a little bit the other day. So I started watching it. I was watching wrestling. And apparently wrestling is still running, they're still running their show as they usually would, but there is no fans. There's nobody in the audience, but they're at these venues and they wrestling. People are coming out. They have the commentators out front like they usually do. You guys know how they do it, the WWE or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just watching this shit for like 10 minutes, man. And it was probably one of the most painful experiences visually I've ever had to deal with. For
fan participation. Exactly. Fan participation.
No
massive.
Crowd cadence whatsoever. No cadence on any level, like a capacity of 0 in the audience. The only people that are there are the 2 that are participating and the 2 that are supposedly announcing this whole thing.
And
they're trying to make this thing. And like the only thing, and the reason I wouldn't shit on it is because I had to think of the guys that still couldn't break their role and still had to do what they had to do for that evening because they're pleasing people, trying to please people watching at home. I was like, damn, it takes a lot to not break your role, knowing that you're not pleasing anybody in front of you. But I started thinking about that when it came to boxing. Ow!
It's like, that's where I come from it too. Like, fan participation is massive. When we think of the best fights that have ever taken place, it's not because of just what's going on in the ring. It's the reaction. The reaction of the audience, the feel of it, the atmosphere. Imagine no atmosphere for the biggest event to take place in boxing in a long time. In a long time. It's a monstrous event. Like, there's very few things that touch that in terms of size, in terms of the amount of people that want to see it. I'm sorry, but man, we all grew up hearing about the undisputed heavyweight champion. You know what I mean? We ain't gotten that in 20 years.
What I was gonna say is, imagine Ali Foreman with Ali Boumaier. Imagine that.
They can put the ambiance in, bro. Like, fuck, this is a studio, so fucking make a crowd, make cheers and shit. I don't care if it's fake or not. Me personally, I want to see the fight. I don't give a fuck about no crowd. I'm telling you that right now. A lot of fighters also said they don't give a fuck about a crowd either. Some of them feel differently. It's like it's a mix. It's mixed out there with the fighters. Some of them say they will prefer the crowd, but they'll fight regardless. Then a lot of them say they don't give a shit about the crowd. Me as a sports fan, as a boxing fan, I get what you're saying, Mark. Crowd noise and the cheers, but bro, I just assume they fucking green screen and put a fake crowd behind that shit and give us some fake ambiance. As long as I see the fight.
D, I understand, but one thing, especially when it comes to Mark, because if I'm not mistaken, Mark, I think yesterday or the day before, you said if they were to put that fight in Saudi Arabia, you'd go.
I would.
You said no matter where it's at,
wherever it is, if I am allowed to travel to that country during this pandemic, I will go wherever it is. I want to see that fight probably more than anybody. Like, this is, as much as anyone who knows my history on YouTube, the one thing I've been begging for is undisputed at heavyweight. Like I said, I wasn't allowed to watch it. I was only 6 years old. I wasn't allowed to stay up. I wasn't allowed to watch it. I haven't seen it live. I've watched thousands upon thousands of fights. Thousands. Every week I stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning watching shit-ass fights in America between guys who shouldn't even be on TV, but they are. And I see it all the damn time. And all I want to see is the best fighting the best, right? And all I get is marination all the damn fucking time. I watch every card, I know every prospect, I know every fighter. I know every champion. I know every top 10 rated opponent in every weight division from minimum all the way up. I know every world champion who's ever been a world champion in this sport. Bro, that's important to me, to see the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in my lifetime. And not only is it important for me to be able to see it, it's also important for people to be able to view it and actually have a sense of atmosphere. And the reason the atmosphere is so important is because 40, 50 years from now, I don't want some kid who's like me going back and watching fights, and then all they hear is fucking shit ass screams from a previous fight that aren't even synced up because they can't do it correctly, and a green screen of a volcano shitting all over somebody. It just doesn't make any sense. Not for something like that. It
Well,
needs to be real.
well, that my the point I was bringing up to D. Indeed, I'm not invalidating yours. I'm just saying from the perspective of someone like Mark, he's willing to go to wherever, no matter where it's at, as long as he's able to travel to that country. He's gonna make sure that he's able to go to that fight. That he will be robbed of that if they don't have a crowd. You know, if they say, you know what, we're not gonna sell tickets. It's gonna be no audience at all. If you want to see the fight, you're gonna have to buy a pay-per-view. He gets completely robbed of that. So I understand what you're saying, D, but just from a perspective of somebody like Mark, who he doesn't care where the fight is, he's going. He completely gets robbed of that opportunity.
Yeah, but if sports don't come back, and you know shit, you know how shit happens in sports, and one fight goes wrong, and we come back when boxing finally does come back, and then we all in fucking limbo again of even seeing a undisputed fight. I mean, you wait it out, and then that fight don't fucking happen, and then we go through another 15 years before they even get to the point where they have an undisputed fight.
Yeah,
So why not get it done now? Like, fuck, wait around.
I'd rather wait 15 years for the privilege of being able to attend that than the privilege of watching it from my house taking place in another country where I'm not able to see it take place live and seeing a green screen glitching and hearing like WWE fake noise chants like on X Factor with Dermot O'Fucking Leary.
Not me. I'd rather see it. I'd rather see
it. And D, I'm actually in the same boat as you. I just want to see the shit resume.
Yeah, I want to see it.
But I can understand where Mark is coming from. That's all I'm saying.
He's a bigger fan of boxing than I am. I'm a fan of sports in general. Like, I like all sports. He's a much bigger fan of boxing than I am. So I get that. Like, I get it. But I'm just saying, me personally, I don't give a fuck. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Just so as you guys know, Two Hands just dropped off.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. We're still live though. Shout out to everyone in the chat who's listening. If you have any questions, throw them in there. I'll pay attention.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying too, D. It's like a very delicate balance that we're trying to maintain here. You know, we want stuff to resume. We don't want anything to be held up anymore, but at the same time, there is something to be said about the crowd participation, things that happen, not just with the men in the ring, but the people who are actually there at the event. So I hear both sides, and I think both bring valid arguments, but I definitely feel for Mark, who you see how serious he takes this sport. And I personally, especially, maybe it's also because Mark is my friend, but I certainly would hate for him to be robbed of that just because there's a pandemic.
Well, I think it's unfortunate for Mark and a whole lot of people that's like Mark that, want to go see that fight live. I mean, I've been to live fights, live basketball games, football games, baseball games, and it's just a whole different element of seeing a competition live. So, like I said, I get that, bro. Like, you really get robbed of that chance. Like, but as a sports fan, like a sports fanatic like myself, I want to see the fucking competition. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let some things slide and shit just to be able to see the competition.
Yeah, I hear you. Two Hands is back. Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Man, look, man. At the end of the day, man, I understand it from both sides, bro. It's like Okay, of course you want to see the fight. Of course, anybody want to see the fucking fight. It's like one of them things you want to see. But it's one of them things I don't think people truly understand. Like, if that fight was to happen without fans, it's one of those things you're not really going to understand, like, the gravity of the situation.
Thank you.
Until you're really in it, you know, and I ain't really trying to feel that. I don't want to feel that type of devastating shock because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be devastating and it's going to be shocking.
You know what?
But if I'm forced to have to deal with it either way, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it because I don't have no fucking choice.
Yeah, me too. That's where I'm at. Like, if I would rather this shit be live with fans and the ambiance and all of that, but if it can't go down that way and I get to get it the other way, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
I get that. Maybe it's just me. Like, look, maybe if I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, I just want to see fights. All I do is want to see fights. But I won't have that feeling as though it's a special fight. It won't. Mm-hmm. It won't stand out. It'll just be two big dudes punching each other. It won't be. It won't have. It won't feel like it's for Undisputed. And that's what that's about.
Yeah,
Undisputed is meant to be special.
Yeah, because there's a reason why people go to certain restaurants and spend way more money for food that's either not as good, either the same or in some cases not as good as where they get the same shit other places. And that's because of the atmosphere and the ambiance, There's a reason why you take your wife to a place that you're going to spend, $300 or $400, to celebrate your anniversary and, take her to, Chili's. And it's kind of, I know it's not the same thing, but it's kind of the same principle. It's that atmosphere, it's that experience that you crave, basically.
Yeah, it's like taking a gold ring and putting it in a paper bag. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's a pretty good one.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. But to me, though, I'm kind of with D and Red on this one. It's like, is this a gold ring still?
Yeah.
But I get it, man, because it's like, but you're missing something. It lacks that pop.
Right.
Like,
You in full support of it. You might not have liked how it was presented to you, but the fact that you were given this fine piece of jewelry, you're not gonna be like, it's a gold ring. Fuck. You're gonna be like, yeah, it's a gold ring. So you're gonna be enthusiastic about it regardless.
Right, but I can see where you and Rival coming from. You like, but where'd you get it from? It came in a greasy paper bag.
Right. I mean,
you got a receipt
from the pawn shop, baby, but the person who dropped it off got it from Sam.
Hey,
like,
you know what?
A receipt.
Y'all know what it's like? It's like a real good expensive cologne. You know what I mean? You get that cologne, and people don't know. You really just paying for what's around the cologne, the bottle. So you get it from a company that just sell it from the manufacturer. You get that shit for like 60% less. I just want the cologne, bro. I don't give a fuck about the bottle or nothing else. Give me the goddamn cologne, my nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to fight. I don't give a fuck what's around it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just want to fight.
Yeah. I feel y'all, but still in all, man, you want to showcase the shit too. You know what I'm saying? It's the cologne in the can. Talking about
this comes.
I mean, I ain't taking that bottle out into the street with me, nigga. I'm where I just know the cologne, but
This comes down to two philosophies, right? You've got the player, and you've got the settler, right? So D in this scenario is the dude who goes out every weekend and gets his dick wet because all he likes to do is fuck women, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm the dude who's found that one girl and loves her to pieces, right? Married her, has children with her, wants to stay, just me, her. Deal fucking throws dick around everywhere. You don't give two fucking shits. Meanwhile, I'm happy. I'm living my life. I'm satisfied with it because it's special. I have a purpose. I have enjoyment. D, on the other hand, He gets enjoyment out of just seeing things go by. But at the end of it, never truly fulfilled because that's all he wants. That's the two philosophies on this. You have someone who just wants to see a fight.
Damn.
You'll get to see a lot of these fights, a lot of them. But why does the most important one have to be behind closed doors,
Well,
where
that's
the
just
fans
bad.
can't be there?
But that's just bad timing, Rival. I mean, you said it yourself. If you stuck on an island,
So basically, what you're trying to say is, D, you want a quick corner bop in a nut shot.
I'm just saying,
I'm sorry, 1-2 Kid. This undisputed match should not be compared to having sex with Ann Wolf. I'm sorry, I won't allow it.
Bestiality.
Bestiality.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Look, bro. Look, I understand everybody's fucking analogies on how they feel as though they like to compare this fight to, but no matter how wild they may be, I respect them all. But I mean, damn, look, bro, it's like, look, sometimes you get a tuna sandwich in aluminum foil, sometimes you get it in a plastic bag. But as long as you get it, you get it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
if you hungry, it still tastes good though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
you still gonna eat though. It's still tuna. It's still tuna. So no matter how they dish this shit to us, whether it's in aluminum foil or a plastic bag, god damn it, it's still tuna.
Yo, can I respond to something in the chat real fast? Reigning Defendant says,
Go
Mark,
right
be
ahead.
honest. Mark, be honest. None of these fights will happen, and they never do. Bro, like I said, I'm married, yeah? I'm faithful. I love my wife. Like most marriages, I haven't had sex in 20 years. I'm still hopeful I will. You know? Simple enough. Still hopeful I'll get that fucking pussy.
Look, I mean, I'm not gonna be that bearer of fucked up energy, or I'm not gonna unleash or let any form of fucked up energy just seep out into the world on my behalf when it comes to an Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury undisputed match. I mean, realistically, I don't see anybody knocking these two gentlemen off their pedestal right now, but it can happen. This is heavyweight boxing. I don't want that to happen. I want this fight to take place. I think when we look at the business people that are involved, I think they're kind of understanding with their talks right now. They're kind of like, hey, we know what happened with Anthony Joshua and fucking Deontay Wilder and how all these other fights fall apart. We don't want this to happen with that. So I'm just going to keep that frame of thinking. Whether that takes place or not, it's not going to have to take place for me to switch that fucking frame of mind, because I'm not changing it. I'm going to stay positive. And you do too. Don't try to hit me with that witchcraft or that voodoo, motherfucker. I want positive thinking around me. I want all positive thinkers. Get on y'all Deontay Wilder shit. All my love for all my people. I need all positive thinkers.
Wild love gay.
Thinkers, bitches.
Hey, don't you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, Mr. Two Hands. Look, check this out. I'm at the table like this. I'm at the table like this for the fight.
Yo, look at this motherfucker on his booster seat.
I'm at the table like that for the fight.
Right.
Give me that fight, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
He got the candy stripe on and everything.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna eventually get 4-belt undisputed, and we're gonna get that Crawford and Spence fight. That's
hopefully, man.
Feeling.
Hopefully. And I can honestly say about everybody on this panel is all positive folks. Everybody here beg everybody up.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to D. Jefferson, and shout out to everybody on this panel, because everybody out here gives mad love. So you know what I mean? And that goes to Red Glove or Rivaled and Two Hands, man. You guys all contribute and put in and show support to all other channels, big or small, you know what I mean? And shout out to y'all, man. So there's definitely positive energy around here, you know. Matter of fact,
We're
I got
all
off
one
your
big
live.
band
I got
of
off
internet friends holding hands.
Yo, I literally got off your live and did an 8-hour live, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Two Hands is a beast. He's a monster. I don't even think he's human. This guy never sleeps.
Yeah, man. That man's he's a worker, bro. He's a workhorse. I tell you what. Because I don't nobody say no. I know Mr. Two Hands nice and he's been doing this for a while, but it takes a lot of time and effort. Even when you learn these editing programs, bro, it takes a lot of time and effort to do that editing, bro. I don't give a fuck how good you know it. You still got to put time into it. And his videos, them shits, man. Look, I know you putting time into them shits, bro.
Yeah.
Gee, trust me, I know. One week I had to give up doing videos all week just to put out the boxing meme videos that I wanted to put out that particular week. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
All the new
because of the time.
Making them shit jump around the screen. Trust me, bro. I'm learning that shit now, and I'm like, damn. Even when I cut the time down, start learning the program better. This shit still gonna be time consuming. And Mr. Two Hands videos be on point, and them should be like 17 minutes. So I know
still gonna take up a bunch of your time.
Yeah, it's gonna take up your time, bro. That shit ain't no good.
Yep. You got to try different methods to, okay, how can I make this easier? I did this wrong. Then you got to learn from it.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a grind.
Yeah. And I find, man, look, every time I do a video, I find something new, like the same time. Like I was moving clips, like on my timeline. I was moving clips one at a time and shit. Because I didn't even know I could just select them all and move the whole goddamn section that I wanted to move and slide that clip in there. I was just moving clips one at a time, bro. Then I said, oh, shit, I could do that? Because I was looking at a tutorial. I was like, damn, I didn't know that. So right. Little shit like that, bro. That shit.
You find out, dog, that's why I kept telling, that's why I told you, bro, just keep playing with it, bro. Just keep playing with it, and you're going to keep figuring out more stuff like that, D. I promise you, bro.
Yeah, creating them templates and shit. I ain't even got into that, but I know that shit going to save me a lot of time. But I ain't created not one template yet, my nigga, because I don't really know how yet, because I've been just learning on the fly. But I know when I learn that shit is going to save time a whole bunch of shit, so I'm just...
Man, I chopped up probably about 500 clips just today. And I was moving all of them shits one at a time. You gotta tell me how you move all them clips at once.
Oh shit! I'll tell you. Look. You know how like if you typing something, right, and you go to copy and paste it, and you go over it with the you click it and you go over it, you highlight all of it. Just highlight all the clips, bro. You can highlight
slide it down
and then slide them back and forth. It'll slide the whole section, my nigga.
Oh shit.
I know, right? That's the easiest.
Now, hold on a sec. Are you being serious right now?
I'm being dead serious.
I've been editing a 3-hour documentary for fucking nearly a month. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro. I just figured that out today on that fucking appreciation video I did for you guys.
Man, I was working on that shit. I've been working on a video for 2 days.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, you know what's really heartbreaking is when you put all that work in, right?
That's why if you
go
want
and
to move clips easy. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, it won't take long. But there's nothing more heartbreaking than when you go to upload it after all that hard work, and Frank Warren won't let it be viewable.
Oh, yeah.
Or you put all the work in, you post it, someone flags your shit, it gets
copyright
it down.
Now that shit just happened to me tonight, bro. My Tyson Fury video, I'm hot.
Oh no, I'll give y'all some tips for that too, because that shit just happened to me too with that fucking Andy Ruiz video I did, right? So, all right, y'all know when I was like, let's take a look. At that point, I had put a clip in there of them boxing, so the actual clip when they got knocked down and shit. But then I got a copyright claim from the zone. So what I did is I just went to YouTube, edited, and I fucking took that little clip out and I stuck pictures in there and then it ran through real good.
Nah. They took my whole video down and didn't tell me what was wrong with it.
God damn.
Troy. Troy, it ain't like that, partner. We about to shut it down, bro. I'm about to shut it down at the hour and 30 mark. So that's why ain't no more, ain't no more links giving out, bro. You caught us at a bad time.
Well, let me give my closing thought. Mr. Two Hands, the motherfucking man. Shout out to Red Glove 1-2 Kid.
Nah, you can take nine. Take your closing thought. Make it as long as you want to make it. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, all right, yeah. I see
it
that.
Ain't like it's got to stop exactly at 1:30.
I said 1:30. We got about 40 seconds, dog. Nah, but bro, I hope we get. My closing thoughts is this, dog. I hope we do get the Joshua and Fury fight in front of a crowd, and I hope Mark, bro. I hope you get to that fight. I honestly do, dog, because that's like the biggest fight in boxing right now. 4-belt undisputed at the heavyweight division. I'm just looking forward to a lot of fights happening when the sport open back up, because these guys, man, you take shit for granted. Spence done figured out you can't take shit for granted. The whole goddamn sports nation and all sports figured out you can't take shit for granted. I think these guys are gonna come back with a different kind of hunger, and we're gonna get some serious fights. Plus, these guys coming back off PEDs. Much love to you guys. I'm out.
All right, who going next?
I go next. Thanks for having me, 1-2 Kid. Or I get y'all mixed up because of y'all got numbers in your names. Mr. Two Hands Up. My bad. But thanks for having me. This was good discussion, and I think we all want the same thing, and some of us are willing to accept certain shortcomings while others are not. But I understand why. Especially when you dedicated, I'll be honest, I haven't dedicated nowhere near as much of my life to the sport as Mark has. He's actually trying to contribute by writing books and stuff. So I can understand and appreciate the passion. So, but yeah, I just hope everything can resume as soon as possible. In the meantime, us as content creators, we got to try to keep each other lifted up, try to lift up the whole community, try to be that beacon of light in these dark times. Peace.
Peace, Red. Well, I want to shout out everybody that was on the panel. D Jefferson, really appreciated your video. Same with Red. I'm sorry that video got taken down. That shit was for you. And Unrivaled, yeah, man, I hope this fight works out for you, man. Thanks for, always letting me on your panel. And that goes for you too, Two Hands, man. Always have fun, man. You bring the best out of me too. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a pleasure, bro.
But yeah, I hope these fights happen, man. Shout out to the chat. And that's all I really got to say. You guys enjoy your night.
Yeah, man. Mark?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Big up to everyone who's on the panel. D, Red, 1-2 Kid. These guys are dons, certified dons. Two Hands already knows where it is. He's like on fire right now. He's the #1 channel up and coming on YouTube. Pay attention. He's gonna be dominating over the next year. Everybody who's been watching, have a good one and take care. Peace for having me on, man.
All right, Mark. It's always a pleasure, brother. And man, as always, man, as we always say when we close this shit out, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. I just wanted to say, everybody in the chat that stopped in and tuned into the show, man, as always, I appreciate y'all. Toby Bartlett, salute. Wall, salute. Tal Aaron, salute. Lisa Bell, salute. Toby Bartlett, salute. Troy Graham, salute. Sporting Advantage, salute. All right, y'all have a great night, man. Everybody stay safe, man. Remain practicing your social distancing. And stay safe, man. Be easy.